Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. This is Even Better Presents, bringing you what you want. This is Alpha 26, you guys. And we're just going to do a quick rundown of what's going on here, what Alpha 26 is all about, what to expect from this particular series. So, if you remember in Alpha 24.5, I told you guys, next Alpha, we're selling the current prison. We're going to use the money that we make off that current prison to start a little stronger than we normally do, right? Instead of going through the planning process, I've already built a good portion of the prison for you. Now, the reason I did this is twofold. One, it's boring to have to plan out a prison on camera. It's boring to watch me say, oh, this is going to go here, and then have to redo it 100,000 times. There's a lot of things that are not fun about that particular side of the game. This way, you guys get to jump right into it. We're going to bring the prisoners in, and then the game becomes more about balancing the prisoners and expanding for the future. As you can see, I have structured it in a way that, again, centralizes everything with the prison cells on the outside. Only this time I've made a couple of big changes. That is a perimeter fence going around the entire prison and possible future area of expansion. Alright, now, and the reason for that, obviously, is perimeter fences make it harder for them to tunnel escape. That was a big issue we had in the last Alpha. Alpha 26 doesn't really introduce any serious new features. What Alpha 26 is a bug bash Alpha. So we're going to have a few less issues, a few more fun things to do, and hopefully it runs a little smoother this time around. Anyway, prison is, you can see the layout here. We've got my traditional centralized deliveries export garbage area here, just like I always do. I localized the visitation right near the doorway this time, so that as the visitors walk in, they come through here, go into the visitors room. Prisoners do the exact same thing. Everyone stays locked up in this particular area. No one's going anywhere. You can see the particular style I went with. Separated the prison cells away from the wall. Again, that is a very, very far distance for them to have to tunnel through some very heavy materials. So, I'm hoping that will reduce tunneling. Each prison block holds 100 cells. I didn't actually plan for that. I was actually aiming for 50 cells originally, but it just ended up working out to be that 100 cells fit in one of these things. Now, the way we're doing this, of course, is going to be a much more advanced prison than I've done in the past. We're going to try and balance this prison between minimal security, medium security, high security, and supermax. Now, we have future expansion room. This is going to be, I guess, a 600 prisoner prison eventually. Alright, so we have room to expand it 2 more times. Up here, I just haven't finished this area yet. Obviously, as you can see here, I tucked the psychiatrist's office in this tiny little spot here just to have him. So we're going to have to do this eventually. It's just, I kind of ran out of money. This was a $500,000... Well, Christ, what am I saying? I've also had to take a ton of grants. This is probably about 700 grand worth of investment into the prison so far, and we don't even have a single prisoner in here yet. That's kind of, like, expensive. So as you can see, I ran out of a little bit of money, but we've got all the basics of of the prison here. We'll just take a quick look over here. We have our laundry, our holding cell right near the doorway with its own shower, which is very useful in the morning. 3 different workshops, 2 carpenter tables in this particular one. We've got our morgue and our infirmary. Down, as you can see here, each section of the prison in the middle is broken up by these long hallways. This gives much more easy traversing ability for the prisoners to get around. We've got our kennel, security office, armory, and staff room all behind a private hallway here. I just kind of thought that looked neat. Also gives the staff an easier way to cut across the prison if they want to go that direction. Our kitchen. You can see here we've got some storage. I can always expand these freezers upward. I think I may have to, actually. In fact, you know what? As long as the power supply doesn't conk out, let's just add a couple more fridges here. Ugh. We'll see how that looks. That may look really retarded afterward. We've got our kitchen. Sinks, cookers, fridges. The storage room, I just kind of put it as an upper part of the kitchen. A couple cleaning cupboards. I'm not sure just how big those are exactly. I think they're maxed out for job purposes. Now, where is jobs? Bureaucracy? No. I wish I could afford that. I can't. My original idea was to get that. Jobs. Protected only. Supermax only. Yeah. Staff only. Here we are. So here's some of the stuff we need to do. Staff only. Okay. I think that is that. Alright. Now, gerbs. Yeah, let's just see. So we got 13 laundry guys. That should be more than enough. That's fine, too. We never seem to ever get that quite the way it needs to be anyways. Cleaning cupboard is, of course, going to be one of our most important areas, because the more that's in the cleaning cupboard, the more these idiots can actually clean this shithole of a place. So we're just going to max out all the possible spots that they can work, because, you know, at the end of the day, we're going to have the programs for them anyways. Let's just continue looking everything over here. So we have a rather large canteen. Now, they have changed. They're in the process, according to the Alpha 26 changelog, of updating the way kitchens work. So you can actually maybe in the future have more than a single kitchen. Kitchen. Servicing multiple canteens, perhaps. But for right now, we're just going to go with the way it is. So, one thing we need to do here is we need to, if we're going to bring in prisoners, we're going to have to increase our staff soon. But, for right now, let's just take another quick look over things. That's correct. You can see here, the only way into these offices is from the outside. So we have no issue there. We'll never have to worry about the prisoners sneaking outside or sneaking into these offices, because there is no way into them. I really wish they would expand the road here by one more square, or like this area here, by one, maybe two more squares by default. That way you could actually throw the offices by default on the other side of the road, where they would just be out of the way, because that's what the problem is right now, is you always have to find a spot for them. There's really no need to. You'd never have your prisoners going in there in the first place, so I don't know. I tried to beautify the prison a little bit. As you can see here, we've got concrete tiles outside in the perimeter fence area. Visitation's got some nice marble floors. More floors. Wood floors here. Iron floors in the armory and security office. I wish they would fix this so that they didn't have the security office has like a different shading on it from the room selection. This is going to be something I'm going to have to submit to the Mantis bug fixer there, because it's actually kind of pissing me off. But anyways, we've got right now a very fully functional prison. Where are my dogs? I seem to be missing the dogs. I don't have any dog handlers. Whoops. I actually, at one point, definitely gave myself dog patrols. Yeah, see, I totally had dog patrols at some point. Don't know how I ended up messing that up. Anyway. So, I think we're just about ready to bring in some prisoners to this place. I mean, it is starting to hemorrhage cash, so I would be nice. Let's bring in some normal guys and some high-risk guys. Now, should we designate one prison section as a normal prison section and the other one as a high-risk? I think we should. So that'll be medium only. High risk only. And the regime, we're going to have to tailor that. Oh dear, why can't I... Oh, we probably should set up some stuff here as well, right? So, let's set up some solitary stuff. Try to sober their asses up. Alright, I think that seems fair for right now. Let's see, contraband, obviously there's no needs yet. Jobs, there's no prisoners here yet, so there really can't be anything. Now, this is confusing. See, look at this. These guys are all job queued up, but yet there's no prisoners here. So how can they have job queues, right? And these lights, move light to storage. Where exactly is this particular light that you're trying to move to storage? I don't see any lights in boxes anywhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. There's no lights anywhere that need to go to storage. So, here's another thing I have to submit to the bug bash. Move light to storage. There is no light. You gotta be able, this is one thing they gotta add. Just cancel. Just allow me to go, click, cancel it. Allow me to decide that, you know what, certain things, boom, not important. Let's cancel that. Because right now these guys are gonna be stuck trying to do this forever. Right? That's just no good. Either way, moving on. Let's get some more staff in here because we're going to need them. Yeah, look at that. We just got another grant. Thank God, because I was getting a little concerned about the money lack. Speed up time so we can get these guys in here. This episode really is just going to be more about the fact that here we are. I'm curious to see if these doors will work. I suppose once the prisoners arrive, everything's going to click over. It's been a while since I've had a prison that was right off the bat this well established, so I'm curious to see how things are going to turn out here. But I tried for a very centralized layout here. Again, this is not finished on this end here. I have to expand that because there's still a couple things I need to add into this place here. We're not going to worry about execution chambers. I guess forestry is really the only thing that I'm missing at the moment. So I'll add in the forestry, but aside from the forestry, everything else is perfectly ready to rock. I'm kind of excited to see how this is going to work out here. I've never tried this, but that's not true. I have done this particular style of prison build. Probably like Alpha 16 was something like this, with everything centralized in the middle. You know me, I like to do the symmetrical layouts of the prisons. I try to make it so that the flow of the prison is sensible, because my low flow is remarkable. But I have room for expansion in this power. The way I do the power here is, you know, it's very, very simplistic, easily designed here. I did this on purpose. I don't want to worry about troubling nonsense. Now, the only thing is, this green prison seems like, oh, because it's took on this. That's right. I got to rebalance that. I gave all of the workshop shit to the green guy here because I thought that it would be able to... This one can't. This one's like almost overloaded. But, I don't know. Get rid of that one random wire there. Perfection. So, I hope you guys like the look of this. We're going to try and balance out the regime, of course, like we always do. We have 8 prisoners arriving in the morning. Let's make sure we got everything ready to rock. Now, I should be able to set up different regimes for the different... I guess once they get here, I can do that. That's probably what's holding me up. This one's incredibly hard to accomplish because of the fact it takes a stupid amount of time before these guys actually will pass this. I think we'll establish this much later on. This one here, this particular grant. There's no real reason to put it in now because there's no way these guys will... I mean, first off, you need to have 15 prisoners pass the foundation education course, right? We don't even have 15 prisoners coming to our prison, so how the hell is that ever going to be possible, right? So, and then you need to have 5 pass the general education. So considering the failure rate on this thing is usually over 50%, closer to 60%, well, I guess it depends, but anyway, my experience, there's really no point in trying to do this one. It's just going to sit flashing in the corner for the next frickin' who knows how long, right? So, screw that. Cell block E is something we definitely will be able to complete. Short-term and long-term investments are just kind of like, whatever. Now, this is one of the ones we will be able to get going on. But first, we need to have these guys. Again, these two mostly rely on the fact that you have an established prison with lots of prisoners already. We don't exactly have that yet, so there's no point in trying to implement that just yet. Now, programs. Maybe these are just not working because there's just no prisoners here. Yeah, I think that's what it is. We'll wait till everyone shows up here. Guard taser certification. Right, I forgot about that. The changes to the jobs, you know, where people need to have education to be able to work in the workshops. You have to have interest in going into the classrooms. I'm hoping that the way we've set everything up here, it'll allow us to be able to function, you know, have a functioning prison here. But you know, we never know. You never know. So we'll have to find out. Oh, you know what we can do here for sure? Jesus, I definitely do not need all these workmen anymore. Keep 4 on staff to clean out garbages and stuff, because that's all we're going to need. And we have 20 guards in this joint. And that's mostly because we need it. One of the nice things they've changed, guys, is when you put in these control panels, or these CCTV camera panels here, the guard, you no longer have to assign a guard to them. The guard will automatically show up here and deal with it. He'll take the position as soon as he shows up. See that? Now, like he's going on a break. Another guy jumps right on. I don't actually have a deployment set up on those. They're just automatically doing it, which is, I love it. Now, here's another thing that drives me a little nuts. Little OCD issue coming in, I guess. Why is that one piece of wall blacked out? You see what I'm saying? Like, why did this one section of the wall end up being that way? Does that make sense? Doesn't make sense to me. Whatever. Also, I don't know if I have these servos in the right place right now, so I'm trying to wait for these prisoners to arrive so I can actually find out if I have my servos in the right spot to make these doors automatic. Like, you can't even tell, but there's actually a freaking solitary door here. It's really tucked underneath that servo, so I don't think I have the servo in the right spot. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to figure it out. Funny enough, though, this servo door is here for these criminals to put their exports here. But I'm thinking there's really no need for it at all. So I'm going to dismantle it because they can just walk their ass over here. Like, you know, stop being lazy. Just walk through the front door. Might want to be moving that box there, brah. We have our metal detectors all set up in the right spots. Now, see, I don't know why some of these servos actually do that. They flash. They flash as if they don't have power. See, now that light shouldn't be there. In fact, it should have never been there, because when I built these things, as you can see here, the cells are very uniformly laid out, and they all have uniforms. Ha! I don't want to have extra lights in spots like that. Those actually shouldn't show up there, because they should be removed when I redo that. Let's fix the lighting in the shower, because I just realized there is no lighting in the shower. There we go. What was that? Is that food? What was that? There was a jingle jangle noise. Equipment tasers. Oh, we've got these guys passing the taser qualification. Well, that's good. I would like to have them have tasers. I would like them to have tasers by the time the prisoners arrive. It's kind of an annoyance when prisoners show up and your guards are under-equipped, right? Look at that. They're starting to show up, guys. Things are happening here. Oh, I suppose we should assign some guards to the various cell blocks, shouldn't we? I usually like to always have a couple of guards patrolling the cell blocks. Let's see. Did he get nailed? Nope. And our dog's doing his job. He's catching... I didn't think that the dog where he's placed would actually catch any of the produce coming down the hallway here. That's the main reason for this metal detector, and I guess this dog's pulling it off. I'm kind of happy to see that. Any produce that comes in will definitely pass through that, and we can hopefully keep some of the contraband out of this prison. Alright, so let's see. We've got... Can we fix that regime now? Aha! Good, we can. Okay. For right now, we're going to leave them at the exact same thing. We're going to keep the minimum and the maximum and the normal security guys rocking it out at the same time. I just want to see how things function, right? Our regime is my general traditional regime where they wake up at 6 a.m., they have a shower, they have free time, they eat, they have free time, they work, they have a big chunk of free time, they eat, and they have free time, and they go to sleep. I don't usually change this particular regime. I've done enough work with the regimes, as you guys have seen, and recently some of you have been even commenting, that there's really, you know, on my old regime layout there, the way I do the regime is 100% balance it against the needs. I'll make changes as I realize I see them. Now, right now, everybody needs some sleep. Recreation seems like it's an issue. Well, they got free time coming up in a minute. We actually should be just changing this over to free time, big chunk of free time right now, until we get a more established prison group in here. I want to get the guys, the initial guys who are walking in this place, I want to have them a little bit more, give them a chance to acclimate to their new environment. Give them a chance to realize that they're now my bitch. Just don't mess with me, brah. Also, I'd love to know what these guys are using to cut down trees, because it literally takes... There's half an hour. It took you 40 minutes to cut down that tree. 40 goddamn minutes, you dumbass. Now there's a bloody tree stump there. I don't want that tree stump there. Get it out of here. Let's just take a quick look at the staff. We do have 2 gardeners, 4 janitors. Cooks, we have 8. I don't know. Well, at the moment, 8 cooks is plenty. In the future, it may not be. Oh dear, look at this. I forgot to leave some of these things open, so locked open. Okay, so this isn't set up right, because that didn't work. Alright. Alright, so let's fix that. These just may be in the wrong spot. No, it's connected, yeah. So we'll dismantle it. And we'll dismantle it. And we'll try and reestablish those things. It's annoying. Alright, so utilities, door servos. See, that should be in the right spot. There we go. Oh, one thing you guys pointed out to me the last time was that the sound is actually really, really low, and I do agree with you. Let's turn up our master volume of print a little bit here. There we go. There. So for next episode, the sound will be better. Sorry about that. Now, who's in there? Somebody's in there. Where's a free gourd? I know there's got to be some gourds around here. So, you, gourd. I wish they would fix the cameras. The cameras are still shit. Absolute shit. They do not work. They do not serve any useful purpose. And they're just annoying. Just straight up annoying. Inner I wish you guys would change these things. They don't function properly. They really don't function properly. They're annoyingly ugly. Alright, so we've got these guys all in the wrong spots as well, so... These ones are probably in the right spots. Hard to know for exactly sure. But we've got this flashing no power symbol, which I just don't understand. Still have that annoying clickety-click noise, which I thought they would have taken care of by now, but guess not. Now, I'm going to try and add the logic gates and stuff like that to this use of the game here. I'm going to try and figure that stuff out. So that will be something that I will be working on, because they've got these logic gates, they got these status lights, door timers, pressure pads, logic circuit, all this neat little stuff, which I'm not familiar with at the moment. So definitely do want to try and figure that stuff out. See, now that should work, and it's not working. Why is it not working? Because it claims it has no power. I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense. There's a very good chance these are just broken, guys. Like, we're going to literally do that. See if it fixes the problem. I don't think it's going to fix the problem. I don't think the problem is that it has no power. I think it's just it's not working properly. It's a shame, because they are very, very useful things. Alright, where are we at on the regime here? So we're at the last free time just after dinner. How did everything go? Seems like it went well. Okay, so that's a thing that we got to probably fix. There's really no reason to keep them locked out of their main cell area. Especially not at this stage of the game. Alright, let's see. Did that adding power to it fix anything? Absolutely not. So as you can see here, that didn't fix the problem. This is linked. See the little red light? Red light, red light. Red light, red light, red light. These are all linked But for some reason, these ones that are on... See, I think that's the gate that's flashing that says it has no power. Ah, these are not like, these are so useful. They're not doing anything. Great. Wonderful. The whole point of implementing these things is to make sure that there's one guy controls the bloody doors, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Maybe we should just clear all the connections and start fresh, huh? I just said clear the connections, did I not? Ugh, you son of a bitch. I'm hoping that it's just... This is the issue. Is that the servos just weren't connecting properly? That's what I'm hoping. Who knows for sure, though? Alright, let him install that, and then we'll just connect it up. Alright, those are all now connected. They should work the way that they were meant to work, but we'll never know for sure. They're all red lights, which is the right... Except for this one. This one doesn't have the red light, so this one's still not connected for some reason. And the door has no power. What does that mean? Damn it. Oh, well, guys, you know... Hey, that worked, because there was no guard there to do that. That didn't work, though. That's unfortunate. So, guys, I'm going to call it here. You can see here we've got our first look at our new Alpha 26 prison. We're going to get a few more prisoners in 2 hours here. And I hope you guys like the new layout of the prison. We're going to have to... we're going to be very, very interested in getting this thing very established. I see they redid the... contraband a little bit, which is nice. That's good to see. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Ah, I found those lights they were talking about. Ha ha ha. With a little looking, you can find stuff after all. Great. So I'm going to fix this issue here. Very annoying that this happened. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you leave those likes, favorites, subscribe. Tell me what you think of the brand new prison. That shouldn't be needed. You should have keys for your own door, you dummies. Ugh. We'll just replace it with a staff door. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do leave those likes. It really does help me out, and it lets me know that you guys have enjoyed what I've been making for you here. You know, if you've got any questions or comments, please do tell me in the comments section. That's the purpose of it. And until next time, guys, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of Evan Better Presents.